Hey everybody, welcome to Therapeutic Movement at Walnut Lodge, Volant. I'm hoping that you've had a good week. This is week 2 of our online attempt at our schedule. So tonight we're going to have a really lovely, easy class. It's mainly for releasing back tension and activating glute and hamstring lines, and always in this class extending, mobilizing the spine. I have a note here in front of me that says remember to have everybody like us on Facebook, and we're streaming live to YouTube tonight. So also it says subscribe to our YouTube channel. Why this is important is because if we can get 1,000 subscriptions, then the other teachers can also stream to our YouTube channel. Right now they can't, so it's only me streaming to YouTube, and why that's important is because it's easier and the video quality is better. It reaches a larger amount of people. So anyways, that's it for the commercial. You're not going to need a block tonight, but next week I'm going to do a class that requires a block. And so I'm just hoping that if I say this a week in advance, that maybe by the time next week comes around, you'll have a block or something that you can use, because I really want to do my back series next week. And a lot of people really like that class. It does a lot of good for people. So next week will be block. Today, you just need a strap, some kind of pillow or 2 pillows. And right now you see I'm just kind of lounging against my couch. I'm going to use my couch. You can use a couch. You can use a chair. You could use a folding chair. If we were at the studio, we would be using a folding chair. The couch is a really kind of nice prop. It's comfy. You sit on it a lot. And I usually sit on here with my computer. So there's a couple things that I do getting off of this couch that help my back, and that's going to be what we're going to do at the end of this. So today what we're going to do first is we're going to tie our knees together. So again, strap, belt, piece of rope, anything, doesn't matter. About a fist in between your knees, and then you're going to put your calves up on your couch or your chair. All right, and remember, wiggle over this way a little bit. The angles are hard for these classes, but mainly what I need you to do is listen, not watch. So throw your arms out to the sides and feel your spine on the floor. Try to get a read on it. Like, do you feel like you're tilted? One side pressing in more than the other? Can you feel both sides of your hips? Right now I feel like I'm leaning into the right. Why is that? Well, we'll try to figure that out. Or our body will try to figure that out. So just get a read on that. Wiggle your head a little bit and then just kind of let it go. To see if you're holding your head in a weird way. I have definitely a bad case of computer neck right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to grab my ponytail, and I'm going to pull. Or you can take your hands and put it underneath the back of your skull, slide it along so that you feel your neck getting longer. Your chin will drop down into your chest, and your neck won't be on the ground, but it'll just be a little bit longer. Alright, so once you've done this check-in with your spine, I want you to focus on your breathing. And I want you to do a very gentle inhale and exhale, lifting the belly on the inhale and then letting it drop on the exhale. Try to release everything except this breath. So you keep breathing. Try to make the inhale last as long as the exhale. It's way easier to exhale longer. So you're going to turn it into somewhat of an exercise. Inhale. and then exhale. So as you're doing this easy, soft breath, use your belly, maybe even more than normal, so you might want to feel like your belly's pushing up on the inhale. And then on the exhale, let it go. Let gravity just pull it back down into the torso. That's all. No pushing, no pulling, just inhaling, actively exhaling, passively letting gravity take the belly down. Now notice, as you inhale and exhale, can you feel your back move? Specifically your sacrum and your waist. See if your sacrum pushes into somewhat of an anterior or forward tilt towards your thighs on the inhale. And then as you exhale, see if that lumbar curve flattens out. Don't do anything about it. Just notice. Keep breathing. Big, deep breaths. Conscious breaths. Step back with your mind and just kind of watch and feel what's going on here. If your back isn't moving at all, could be that your back is really tight, or it could be that your breath is really shallow. So put your hands on your belly and feel your belly pooch up to the ceiling on the inhale and drop down on the exhale. And see if you can determine if it's that. If not, it's just your back is tight. Now we're going to add a little bit here. On your next inhale, push your belly towards your legs. So you're going this way. You'll feel a space happen underneath your low back. Exhale, release it. And then pull your pubic bone towards your rib cage and press the low back into the ground with the exhale. So we're still breathing. Inhale. Push your belly towards your thighs. Exhale. Let it release and press it into the ground. Let me move that strap. I don't know if you can see it any better. Inhale. Don't watch. Exhale. Feel that lower back. Drop and then exhale more using your stomach and let that push the air out. Release. Inhale. The breath will come in automatically, really. And then inhale. Push your pelvis towards your thighs with the breath. Exhale. Release. And then press the air out by pressing that lower stomach in against the spine or towards the spine and up to the rib cage. Release. Inhale. So keep going. Inhale, pelvis towards your thighs. Release. Exhale. Push waist into the ground. Inhale, release. Pelvis towards your thighs. Feel the change between the inhale and the exhale. The moment when the exhale becomes the inhale, and the moment when the inhale becomes the exhale. There's a release there. If you just let go, it could be jerky, that's okay. But try to feel the release and then the push. After a while, that jerkiness will stop and it will become smooth. And you're just breathing the torso and the pelvis back and forth. I use this kind of movement a lot. It's very relaxing, this diaphragmatic breath. And then as you feel that breath change the torso, you can feel the contents of your abdominal cavity slosh back and forth. I always think of one of those wave machines from the 60s where you tilt it and the colored water or the gel hits one end and then comes back the other way. Water images are good because it allows you to release. You want to think it, feel it, and then your body gets the idea. It'll comply. It wants to comply. Couple more. I call this the rocking breath. Right now it's a variation of this because our legs are up on this couch or chair. Couple more. Now on these last couple, when you exhale, really push as much of the air out as you can. And notice that your sit bones will lift up towards your knees. As you inhale, the sit bone, the tailbone reaches down into the carpet this way, and then it releases, and then as you exhale, they lift kind of up, and then they release, and then the inhale. So feel that rock motivated by your sit bones right now. Kind of adding that. Now on your next exhale, feel your sit bones lift up a little bit and take the sacrum with you. And that is the movement that we're going to use for this next part. So just one more time. Exhale. Reach your sit bones up towards your knees. And then release. All right, just lay there for a second and listen. So we're going to start with that exhale. We're going to push our sit bones up towards our knees. That's going to take our pelvis up off the ground. And will be a straight line between our knees and our shoulders. And we're going to stay there on this round. So we're going to inhale. Exhale, press the waist into the ground. Feel your sit bones reach towards the knees. And then push up off the ground. All right, now we're just going to stay here a second. For some people at first when they do this, it's not that pleasant. So what I want you to think about is relaxing the shoulders. That's where a lot of the weight is, and then the rest of it is, from on the knees. Now take your sit bones and push them towards your feet or the couch. Take the tailbone, push it towards the couch. As that happens, you should feel your low back get long. Then feel your pubic bone pull to the rib cage. We're not going high here, it's just pretty low, really. Don't go higher than a straight line. What we're working on here is the rotation of the pelvis. The tailbone is going to reach towards the feet. The pubic bone is pulling to your rib cage. The front line is shortening. The back line is lengthening. And then your glutes and hamstrings are working. Your chest is relaxing. You're using the stomach and the sit bones and the hamstrings to keep that pelvis in a nice long line. So I'm not arching and dropping my butt. I'm just keeping the tailbone reaching towards my feet. And then we're going to release our upper back a little bit, roll that down on the ground. And then release your mid back. And see if you can get your mid back down. And then the waist down. And then the sacrum down. So now we're going to do that a little faster. So we're going to go inhale, pelvis towards the thighs, low back can come up off the ground. Exhale, pelvis goes into the ground, tailbone reaches, and then just push it up. And then release down to the ground. Let it go. Inhale, pelvis forward. Exhale, pubic bone pull, tuck the tailbone, reach up. Inhale, release down. Inhale, pelvis towards your thighs. Exhale, pull the stomach, reach, and press up. Inhale, release down. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, pelvis towards your thighs. Exhale, waist down, tailbone up. Push up. Inhale. Release down. Let go. Pull your knees and put the soles of your feet at the edge of your couch or at the edge of your chair. And what we're going to do is pick the tailbone up, and then you're going to feel your waist come off the ground and then stop. So here I am, my waist is down. I'm just going to tuck my tailbone under and just pick my pelvis up. Now, this is for those of you that have that really tight low back, but be careful. So we're just going to feel the sit bones push up towards our knees. Take that pubic bone, pull it to your rib cage. Now, see your low back. And just breathe. And see if you can feel just a little bit more stretch there. Because what we're trying to get is we're trying to get the waist down before that sacrum touches. So get the waist down and then release everything. And we'll just do that one more time. Some of you don't need this. Tuck your tailbone. Exhale, sit bones up. Just pick your pelvis up. Feel the sit bones. Pull the pubic bone. Feel the pelvis. It's rotating. You could think of the top of it reaching back. You could think of the tailbone pulling forward. I always like to think about the tailbone. The tailbone kind of finishes the curve of the spine for me. All right, keep holding and breathing while you're holding. Don't hold your breath. Feel that waist just kind of, I like to feel it like this, just kind of opening, and then just let it go down on the ground. And rock, just back and forth a little bit. No big thing, just you want to feel, there's 2 points in the back of your pelvis, the posterior superior iliac spine. You can feel though, just rock from one to the other, just a couple more times. Come back to the center. Throw those legs back. Let everything go. As you start releasing tension in the spine, sometimes you feel the tinglies. That's what I call them. Scientific name. The tinglies are really just the opening of the connective tissue, releasing some of the nerves. Because remember, the nerves have to go through all of that stuff. So if your muscles are tight, if the connective tissue is tight, they're going to kind of tug on them. So as we move, there's a little bit of pull. And then as they release, Sometimes it just floods your system with sensation because the nerves have a free pathway. You know, when you have restriction on the nerve, you feel numbness. This isn't what I'm talking about. This isn't the pins and needles. This is just tingles, and it feels really good. All right. Now, tuck your tailbone under and push back up to that straight line. Now close your eyes. And what we're going to do is we're going to play jump rope. The knees and the shoulders are the ends of the jump rope. And what we're going to do is push our pelvis to the right side. See how far you can go. Just go to the right side first. And then push your pelvic, the front of the pelvis up to the ceiling. So those are the front points. And then push your pelvis to the left. So you're kind of making a C curve. It might not be a big thing, and your pelvis is not gonna, it might drop down a little bit. That's all right. And then you're gonna drop your pelvis down until it almost touches the ground, but not quite. So we're gonna press to the right with the pelvis. We're gonna go up. We're gonna go left, and we're gonna go down. We're gonna inhale right and up. Exhale left and down. Inhale right and up. Exhale left and down. Just let your butt barely touch the ground when you go to this position. Inhale right and up. Exhale left and down. Inhale right and up. Exhale left and down. Feel the weight change. Inhale right and up. Exhale left and down. Weight goes to the right shoulder, to the center, to the left shoulder, and down like a massage. And right and up and left and down. And right, up, left, and down. And right, up, left, and down. And right, up, left, and down. And right, up. Keep relaxing in your shoulders and down. Couple more. And right and up and left and down. And right and up and left. One more. And right, up, left, and release. Breathe. Let your belly go towards your thighs on the inhale. And just drop down on the exhale. You might feel like your low back has more contact, it has more of a contact with the floor. Maybe not. Maybe you just feel like that whole back line is tired. You do get tired doing this. And the whole back line works the entire time. So we go on these eccentric stretches throughout this whole thing. A lot of my work is just about moving through specific patterns while things are on a stretch. That gives you more capabilities. It allows those patterns that you created to become part of movement patterns. That doesn't really happen when you static stretch. All right, now we are going to go to the left. So tuck your tailbone under, press up, and we're going to go, just test it out, go to the left. All right, go as far as you can go. and then go up, and go to the right as far as you can go, and down. So your whole body is going to go with this. So go inhale left, and up, exhale right, and down. Feet will counter, and up, exhale left, and down. Hips go left, and up, and right, and down. Hips go left, and up, and right, and down. Whole spine, curve side, comes center, goes right, and down. Inhale left, and up, exhale right, and down. Inhale left, and up, exhale right, and down. Inhale left, and up, exhale right. Pay attention to your shoulders. Weight goes to the left shoulder, to the center, to the right, and release them. Feel the pressure and release it as the weight shifts to it. Inhale left and up. Exhale right and down. Inhale left, let your head go, and right, up, right, and down. Inhale left and up and right and down. Inhale left and up and right. Last one. Inhale left and up. Exhale right, down, release. Let it go. Couple big breaths. Throw your arms overhead. Actually, interlace your fingers first. Palms will be towards you. And then just take the arms overhead. Now, for some of you, you might not be able to get your hands down. That's okay. All right, last thing here. You're going to keep your arms here, pull the shoulder blades. You're going to pull your shoulder, actually, we're going to pull our shoulder blades down when we inhale. And you're going to push your shoulders up to your ears when you exhale. So inhale, you'll press them down. You can't even see my shoulders. Actually, let's see if I can go here a little bit. Yeah. So inhale, you're going to pull down. Exhale, you're going to push up. Inhale, you'll pull down. Chest will lift a bit. Exhale, you'll push the shoulders up to your ears. All right. Now, while you're doing this with your shoulders, when you inhale, you're going to push your pelvis towards your thighs like we've been doing. So it'll be inhale, pelvis to the thighs, shoulders down. Exhale, waist to the ground, shoulders up to your ears. Let's do a couple of those. Inhale, shoulders down, pelvis forward. Exhale, waist down, shoulders up. Inhale, shoulders down, pelvis forward. Exhale, pelvis down, shoulders up. Now, if you have this, we're going to do this for about, 3 or 4 minutes. It makes sense to me, especially the exhale, as you press that waist into the ground. It's almost like pushing toothpaste up, squash it in the middle, and push. It'll push towards either end. That's kind of what's going on here. Kind of a gathering on that inhale, pushing on the exhale. Now, if you can really get your shoulder blades down, you'll mobilize that mid-back a little bit more. Now, if you're okay there, on the inhale, try to break that strap. Push out on the strap. And then exhale, squeeze your knees together as you press your waist. So inhale, press out on the strap, pelvis towards your thighs, shoulders down. Exhale, waist down, squeeze your knees, and press your shoulders. You're going to remember as much as that as you can without being crazy, right? Inhale, push out on the strap, push your pelvis, shoulder blades down. Exhale, press the waist, squeeze the knees together, shoulders up to your ears. You're going long. Exhale, you're feeling the knees go, the pelvis, shoulders. Exhale, push it wide, long. Inhale, pelvis, shoulders out on that strap. Exhale, knees together, waist, press the shoulders. 2 more. Inhale, press out. Exhale, long. 1 more. Inhale, press out. Exhale, long, and release. Just let it go. Breathe. No pushing and pulling. I want you to just feel that nice, easy lift of the belly. And see if now you've released enough to feel your back being motivated, being moved by the inhale, exhale. That's all. Have you released enough to allow just the action of the breath to move your spine? And then pull the soles of your feet right to the edge of your chair. Your knees are still tied together. Now, if this position is too much, just creep yourself out a little bit so that maybe the knees are just more over your hips. And we're going to twist, but we're going to go to the left side first today. We never go to the left side. So we're going to drop our knees 6 inches, 7 inches, almost like 45 degrees to the left. Exhale, pull back to center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Maybe an inch every time we go. Inhale, left. Maybe another inch. Maybe not. Exhale, center. That right shoulder can come up off the ground if you want. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Again, inhale, left. Exhale, center. This is way easier on a couch on your feet. We've done this at the lodge, but on that metal chair, it's not as nice. And I have my fuzzy socks on. Keep a couple more. If I'm going too fast for you, just slow it down. We're inhaling, we're letting those knees. Now my knees are all the way to the ground. And as you exhale, pull that right hip back and use the exhale to motivate that pull of that right hip back. I don't care what your shoulder's doing. Exhale, pull center. Just let the rest of your body go along for the ride. Inhale, Let the arm kind of hang out. Pull. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Here's the last one. Inhale. Go all the way over to the side. Shoulder can come up. Take your arm, pull it over your head. I can't even see myself in the camera, James. Take it forward.
I can see your head, but everything else is good.
I can't see anything. And take it back around. Open it up. Exhale. And if your feet slide off the couch, it's okay. Reach as far forward as you can. Just circle your arm. Let that arm be heavy. And that's all we're doing. We're just circling the arm. The heavier you make that arm, the more you let it go, the deeper this will go into the joint. That's all we're trying to do. Just release that joint. As your arm goes back behind, the shoulder will roll towards the ground. Will it go to the ground? Maybe. Maybe not. When you get back behind you, we're going to reverse it. So pull your arm down through your armpit. It'll come up and over your leg. Send it forward. You can't see it. Up and over your head. And back around. Guess I'm going to have to use 2 cameras and have a cameraman. Yeah. Pull up and over. Couple more. But remember, I said listen. Don't watch. We're just circling our arm. Letting our torso go with it. Any pace that you want. With as little energy as possible. And we'll do one more in this direction. And if you don't even know what direction that is, that's okay. Because we go both ways. And this isn't important as to which one goes first. So the next time your arm reaches to the side and your chest rolls towards the ceiling, then I want you to pull your legs back up. And they don't want to go. Alright, so now we're going to go to the other side. So we start slow. Small. Inhale, a couple inches. Exhale, pull that left hip back. Inhale to the right. Exhale, back. Inhale to the right. What if it's only this much? Then that's what it is. Exhale, back. For some of you, inhale, drop. You feel the inside of that, that would be the left hip on this side. As you pull back, inhale, feel the weight of the legs go. Exhale, feel that hip relax and pull down into the pelvis. Try to make that as easy as possible. Inhale to the right. Exhale, pull. Spend more time, mental energy, thinking about the coming back. Inhale, gravity. Exhale, stomach. Relax that left hip. Pull that hip to the ground. Yeah. Again. Inhale to the right. Exhale. Relax and pull in. Inhale, we'll just keep going further. Exhale, pull that hip back in. Again, inhale, go. Exhale, pull. Inhale, go. Exhale, pull. And you might notice that one side is way better than the other, way more range. I have way more range the other way. Exhale. Pull. Couple more. Inhale. Right. Exhale. Center. Inhale. Right. Exhale. Center. Just a couple more. Inhale. Right. Exhale. Center. If your legs have come off your couch, no big deal. Inhale. Right. Exhale. Center. Now this time we're going to stay there. Inhale. Right. Let your legs come off. If they come off, shoulder can be up. Now you're just going to take that left hand, reach in front of you, circle the arm. Try to keep the fingers on the ground around as much as you can. Let that upper back move with it. It feels good to inhale as you're coming over and exhale as you go to the front of you. And inhale, open, and exhale. Keep going. Any speed that you want, but try to feel that the arm is very heavy. Let your head, neck, and shoulders just roll with it. Try to let that arm just fall. Feel the arm being motivated from your chest and back. Right there, it just falls. It's heavy. You're just dragging it around. One more in this direction. And then we are going to change direction, so pull it towards your hip, over, reach forward, take it up and around, and open. Let your body do what it needs to do. It depends on how tight that left IT band is. Sometimes for people there will be a pain from that knee to the hip. And that's why we keep the strap on to just encourage that to stretch just a little bit. Usually after a while you don't notice because it has lengthened. Couple more. One more. And then when your chest is facing the ceiling again, roll yourself back center and then put your legs back up on your couch. Just a couple of breaths here. So bend your knees, unstrap yourself. And then, some of you won't need this, some of you will. Hook that strap over your left leg. Put it in the arch. And we're just going to push out that heel. Just pushing out the heel. I'm going to move this way a little bit. Now, if you have a lot of hamstring stretch, just keep pulling it towards your face or grab it with your hand. And we're just going to breathe here. It's not a big deal. We did all that work with the back line, playing jump rope. The twist released most of that, but this is going to just let's give that hamstring a little bit more. So remember, when we're stretching, and this is just a static stretch, you just go to the edge of it. It's not comfortable, but it's not unbearable. It's just uncomfortable. And then if you keep breathing long enough, it starts to change. And then we're going to hold on to the strap or just hold on to the foot with your left hand. And we're going to just open it to the side. Try to keep your left hip down as best as you can. Your pelvis will want to tilt. So what you want to do is try to pull your stomach from the front of the right side of the pelvis back and up to your rib cage. Try to hold that side. If that's impossible and you're just flopping over, just let it flop. If you just let it flop, you'll feel that stretch through the adductor line all the way from the inside of your knee up to your pubic bone. That's all we're doing. We're just trying to find a little bit of a stretch here. Because we work this line pulling back to center. So now we're going to pull the socket back and in, come up to vertical, and then just change. Grab a hold, push through your heel, close your eyes. You want that strap to be at least mid-foot or ball of the foot because you like to have calf stretch in there. For some people, that's what's going to be stopping them. Excuse me. Now we're going to just open that leg. And again, try to keep that left hip down. You can feel your sit bone reaching towards the couch. That'll help. Pull the left side of the back side of the pelvis down. And if that doesn't work, just roll. Let the foot hit the ground and don't worry about that. And then pull up. And we're going to let go of that. All right, so one last thing today. So when I was little, I used to use our furniture in the living room for all kinds of things. And I would get in trouble on a daily basis. So every time I do stuff like this, I think about my mom. And there's no mom here to yell at me. That's the only thing that I can find that's good about not having your mom. All right. So what we're going to do is slide down off of this couch and allow our backs to extend. Now, some of you might want a pillow, any kind of pillow, because one of the things about this is if you have neck issues, when we get to a certain point, your head's going to come up off of this. And once it comes up off of it, then what you'll have to do is either know how to relax your neck or it'll just be strained. So all you really need to do is either put your hands behind your head like this and hold your head up, or throw a pillow underneath your head, because at one point when we get to a place where this edge of our couch is hitting our back underneath the shoulder blades, we're going to stay there for a while. And you need to relax into these, because this is what this is about. This is about stretching the connective tissue. There's all kinds of connective tissue in front of your spine and then through the whole front line of the body. And it doesn't stretch like muscle tissue, so you got to spend a lot of time working on it. And what I like about this is you have no excuse. You're here on the couch doing stuff. Why not get off the couch like we're going to do it right now? It might look weird for people that have no idea what's going on, but this is how we do it. All right, so first we're sitting on the couch. Then what we're going to do is slouch and slide until our pelvis is off the couch, right? Sit bones will drop down. Throw your hands up. Your feet are flat. Now we're just going to wiggle. Right sit bone, left sit bone. Right sit bone, left sit bone. Right sit bone, left sit bone. Drop your arms. So your head now is not on the back of the couch. It should be, your upper body should be flat. And you're just letting your sit bones drop. Now you feel the chair or the couch or a folding chair hitting your back. Right now it's hitting my back at the waist. So my pelvis is dropping towards the floor. Dropping towards the floor. You're starting to flex in the hips. We're going to do this one a little fast, and then we're going to do the next one slower. So we're going to creep again, right, left, right, left, right, left. Now, if you need a massage of the back extensors, this is kind of cool. Down. Now here's what I was talking about. Right here, my head is good. My chin is jutting out. My head wants to come up. At this point, interlace hands here, or grab a pillow, put it right here. Drop your head back. Don't struggle. Relax, and then let your sit bones go further. Reach your arms. Now, if you want a little bit of a treat, take your hands like this. You're going to put your fingers on the back of the couch or slide it down to the crease of where the couch seat meets the back, and then push the heels of the hands and arms to straight. It doesn't feel good at all at first. because we're stretching through that line of the elbows and the front of the chest. You got to push the line long. And this is what I'm talking about, nerves coming through connective tissue. But what'll happen all of a sudden is that all that goes away. Keep breathing. And then take your hands up. And then we're going to start rotating them like this. As you lower them. And then pull your jaw in. You can use your hands if you want. And then just pull your head forward, going into a little bit of a curve. And we're going to do that one more time. So, I'm just going to slide back up from here. I could do a whole series of how to play on your furniture. Therapeutic play on your living room furniture. Alright, so here we go. Throw the arms up. Slide. All the couches are different. I mean, maybe more of your body's off, maybe less. My head's up against the back. Now, I'm going to relax my pelvis. My feet are flat. Sit bones are starting to drop. I feel a stretch through the front of my body. Especially lumbar. Now if I keep releasing, gravity's just taking me. Slide. I just found out that massage therapists, body workers are not considered essential. I'm going to disagree with that, but some of us are not going to be able to get any body work done for a while. That's why you want to take this class every week. Because that's what this is. This is a person that has been a dancer trying to figure out how to keep everything going without having a lot of money. So you learn things. Like body therapies, massage techniques, stretching techniques, and you try to fix yourself because you have to. Keep sliding. Let go. Arms can drop. We'll get back to them later. Let your chest open. So my elbows just drop to the side. All of a sudden my chest opens. Collarbones open. Throat opens. Maybe you don't have to put anything underneath your head. Maybe you do. Do it if you have to. Use your hands if you have to. Tuck your chin if you have to. If you don't, let your head drop back. Breathe. Rib cage to the ceiling. Feel the back extensors engage. Yes. How far do we slide? Well, till your sit bones are on the ground. Breathe. Make it special. Take your hands. Flex them. Put them back. Tuck them onto the back of the chair. Push through the heels of the hands. Breathe. Let that go. Rotate your wrists. Feels good. Take your hands back of your head if you need. And even if you don't need, put your hands on top of your head. Pull your chin into your chest, just very gently. Curve forward. Release, roll up. And then roll back down. Feet back. This time just your feet. Could be your calves, or could be longer like this. Or it could be all the way back in. Lay out flat. Take your glasses off. And feel the tingles. Let go of your neck. Big inhale into your belly. Feel the body lift up. And then just exhale. Release. Breathe. Pull your legs in, roll to your right side, and press yourself back up to sitting. Okay, so that's it for therapeutic movement. Join me next week and I'll show you how to have more fun on your furniture. And please remember, if you like this, you want to see some more, please subscribe to our Facebook channel, to our YouTube channel, and like us on Facebook. Thank you very much, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Namaste.